Well, AI could fuel a natural gas boom. That's what some experts are predicting as power companies are facing surging electricity demand. Rice University civil and environmental engineering professor Daniel Cohan joins us now. Daniel, it's great to have you on the program. Thank you for being here. My question to you is, how could we possibly compete with China when our energy policy, at least the way it stands now with respect to how much we'll need to fuel AI, gives them a distinct advantage to forge forward?
Well, actually, what we're seeing is very rapid growth in wind, solar, and batteries in both countries, and that's where most of the growth in power demand is being met. And yeah, with AI, we're coming out of a period when demand had been flat for decades and starting to see growth of 1% or so a year that will lead to some changes in the electricity systems.
One big difference, though, is we're making it really hard to keep a coal plant open in the U.S., and China's building them faster than the rest of the world combined. Doesn't that make a difference when it comes to the reliability of power going forward? How do you read that?
Yeah, so the EPA issued rules last month that would dramatically change the landscape in terms of coal power plants in this country. Any coal plant that wants to operate beyond 2038 would need to have a plan for capturing 90% of its CO2. And so far, the technology exists, but the technology hasn't been applied to that level before. So we're likely to see closure of most coal plants in this country. But the amount of wind, solar, and battery projects that are planned to be built together with natural gas and nuclear and hydro and other sources that we have would be more than enough to meet that demand as the coal plants close.
Is it enough to meet the rising demand of AI and data centers?
It is if we allow it to be connected fast enough. There are thousands of gigawatts of wind, solar, and battery projects wanting to be built, but they're waiting for those interconnections. So there's no shortage of projects, no shortage of developers wanting to put this on the grid, more than enough to meet demand as long as it's balanced with natural gas and nuclear and hydro sources that we have. But we'll need to deal with these bottlenecks that are slowing the transmission interconnections and allowing those projects to be added to the grid.
So I've heard you say twice nuclear and natural gas, which I agree. That's the kind of power you have when the renewables don't work. But a lot of the same folks who are pushing the renewables say we want to curtail natural gas. We don't like nuclear. So can those two things fit together? Can you have all the renewables if people won't also be willing to develop the nuclear and the natural gas?
Well, I think we'll continue to have the nuclear plants we have. We just had the first new nuclear reactors added this year for the first time in decades. But there really aren't projects in the next decade that's going to give us any speakable amount of nuclear energy. And as we add more wind and solar to the grid, natural gas is going to play an important role balancing the ups and downs of those resources.
Daniel, we so appreciate your time today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Good to be with you.